Okay. Now I think I got the settings correct. And good evening and welcome. This is Katie Zero CGF. Up late at night and having a hard time sleeping. Thought I'd bring you guys on to the journey of the world of radio. A little bit nighttime FT-8. Alright, not bad. Make sure we're looking good here. I'm still getting things a little set up here. All right, let's see now what we can do. Things are pretty much set up. So right now I'm on 20 meters. 20 meters is showing me a frequency of 14.074. Pretty good activity. But I feel like I want to work some. I want to see if I could pick up Japan. So let's go ahead and switch that to 15 meters. And give it a minute for everything to update. I feel like something's having trouble somewhere. 15, 15. There we go. Ooh, we got Australia coming up. So let's tune up the radio and see where we're sitting at. So we're sitting at about 95 watts. ALC is great. Okay. We're probably at about 1.2 on the SWR. So now I'll let it cycle through one more time and we'll see if we can contact the station. So those of you that don't understand or know too much about FT-8, so the way I have this set up is this program's going into the radio and the radio goes out to the world. As you see with this map up here. And it's pretty much like standing on top of a mountain, just waving at the person down at the bottom. This little green meter right here, it shows 60. This is our signal coming in. And we got Canada that came up, but we've already contacted Canada. So the way the color codes work, if it's green, I've already contacted them. If it's blue, I haven't contacted them. And other countries, like you see over here, Sicily, lights up in different colors depending on the region. So we'll contact Australia. Now, if we look over here on the map, this is our signal going to Australia on the short path. And Australia that we're contacting is 8,300 miles away. So the radio right now is in standby mode. And it should key up. And there it goes. So the red indicates the station. Let's see here. I have received from the station. So we just contacted Australia. Now we just need to confirm the contact. And there's our confirmation. So the signal report that I'm looking at here, let's see here, sent was a +3 and received was a -7. So signal report's good. I'm still learning the signal reports for FT-8. It's a little different from working, say, sideband or voice, as it were. So when I click OK, the next time this meter updates down here, Australia should come up green. And I need to get rid of that. There we go. So now what I'll do is log automatically updates to my logbook, but I also keep a paper log. So here's the station that we just contacted from Australia. Distance 8,343 miles. So I'm going to log this in. And all these times you see, these are Zulu times. This is not Mountain Time or any other time zone. It's all Zulu. Let's see, 716 on a frequency of 21.076. FT-8 pushing 95 watts. Time is 0543. VK2 LAW. Add in the signal report plus 03 minus 07. In time, same time. At 0543. And this one's Australia. And that was on 15 meters. So then I can click on it and get more of the details if I so choose. Kind of what I'm doing here is we go to the rewards page. So these are all the current rewards that I have. I've contacted all of 50 states in the United States. Friendship Award, grid squares, which are all these little tiny squares that the world is gridded off into for ham radio. It's interesting, but I'm not exactly sure what it was actually used for, but there was a certificate for it. United States County Award, 30 years of QRZ. And one of the rewards I'm trying to go after, World Continents Awards. Wait, did I just get it? Oh my God. Oh, you're kidding me. Finally, I got Africa. Yes. Oh, I've been waiting and waiting and waiting for like 3 months to get this award. I've been waiting for the station to confirm it, and the station confirmed it, and this is awesome. This is great news. So now I hit apply for award. Applying for World Continents Award mixed with the following endorsements mixed. So if I did this by voice, it would say voice. If I did it by Morse code, I think it would say Morse code or code. But yep, I'm going to certify. I'm going to scroll down. I'm going to look and see. So these are all the continents I've contacted. And where you see 40, 30, 20, these are all the different bands that I've contacted those stations on. I got one station on here that's on so many centimeters that never confirmed my contact, but it's all right. I'm going to hit submit application. Okay. And normally it updates pretty quick. stuck my phone down on my desk and I forget where. There it is. I just got an email on it. So now if I go to my rewards page, there it is. And to show you what the reward looks like, this is just a template. This is not the actual rewards. Sayre steer on all continents. Yep, I believe it's that one. So that's what it'll look like. And I can actually order the reward and whatnot and etc. Man, that is awesome. Finally got it. I want to go look at my page. Shouldn't have done that, but you know, it's all right. That is cool though. That is yes. Good victory, good day, good night. Yes. Awesome. That just made all this worth it. So now here's what's interesting. So I got two applications open that you are looking at. The white box is here and here. This is the FT-8 program that interacts with the radio to allow the decode and encode. And this is what actually controls the radio is this program. This program is called Grid Tracker. I'm still learning this program, as well as I'm still learning the FT-8 program. So, more so what I use this program for is to see where all the signals are going, where the hotspots are, and to see a nice list of what's going on, the call signs, where the call sign's coming from, the distance of the call sign. One of the rewards that I've been after, and it looks like Japan is starting to come up, is worked all of Japan. And it has been a tricky award to try to get. Tactically speaking, I do have it, but the stations haven't confirmed the contact in a certain location, so it doesn't show that it's actually been completed. This happens all the time. Like I've got 100 contacts on my logbook that hasn't been confirmed by the other stations. See, Cuba came up. Well, let's go to Cuba. And we look at our little red line going all the way down to Cuba. I can say I have not figured out the color coding totally on the map side here for these yellow and blue and green dots. I'm still trying to understand it, but I just haven't sat down and actually went through the software to fully grasp it. And it looks like we just made contact with Cuba. All right, cool. There's our confirmation. Let's see here. Sent an 8 and received an 11. Okay, so yeah, a little bit of a challenge, but a good challenge. So now what I'll do is I'll go back over my logbook, I'll refresh and write it down. Now, even though I have a logbook online, I actually have a couple different logbooks that work with the software. And the reason why I'm writing it is not only because I'm enjoying the logging, but as well as it's helping kind of get that memory flow or that thought process of like say I'm working contest or something, right? Ooh, JA0FOX. Yes, please. JA0FOX. Where are you contacting me? You're a JA station, so I'm going to take it you're Japan. Will you come up on the map? Nope. But we'll check it out as soon as the station gets done contacting. So again, frequency of 21.076. It's actually .74, not 6. Station contacted. All right. Let's see where that station came out of. That is awesome. I got a Fox station out of Japan. And I can't pronounce the town. I apologize. I just can't pronounce the town. That's awesome. That's another one that made my night. On 95 watts. And that's a JA0 call sign. So that actually might be one of the ones that I needed. So hopefully they log it on ESQL and that'll count towards that certificate. 0555 Zulu. Good time. Good call sign. JA0 FOX. See, I got another station contacting me. WD4HXG. I'll go ahead and contact them. And that station is out of the United States. Looks like Virginia. At a distance of 1,487 miles. Did I seriously just write that wrong? That's supposed to go on the next line. Well, that'll be backwards in my book, but it's all right. So now I'll look here. I see that I've transmitted to that station now twice, and they haven't come back to me. So I'll let it go one more time, and if they don't come back, I'll just stop the radio. Okay. So that's the third time. And down here, I'm looking. As soon as it gets to about 13 is when the radio shuts off. Yep. Okay, so we just halt transmit, and we wait to see if they pop up with anything. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. Yeah. And that other station was at 0553. And that was COALY. Okay, the FOX station was -10, -14, 0555. That was Japan. Go ahead and erase that. -0 8 minus 11 at 0553. And that was Cuba. All right, so I see this Canada station's been sitting there for a little bit. Let's see if we can contact them. From my understanding, there's also a reward for contact of all of Canada. I've been looking into it, but I don't know if I'm thinking we got one here in the United States for it, but I don't know if I can apply for their reward since I'm not a Canadian resident, Canada resident, something, yeah, something like that. So according to my logbook, I have contacted 417 confirmed stations, or no, 417 contacts, 300 confirmed, and I have contacted 36 different countries. See, now if we look up here, so this meter here tells me how the bands are doing. Sometimes it's not accurate, but I feel it does okay. 20 meters is usually up there. 30 meters is way up there. 40 meters, it's climbing up there. 40 meters right now is probably a good band to go after. So we'll let this cycle through 2 more times and we'll switch over to 40 meters. All right, so now we'll switch over to 40 meters. So we select here, 40, 40, 40. 40 meters, 7.074 megahertz. So the interesting thing about this band is it really puts my tuner to work. So 30 and 40 meters is not tuned on the antenna properly. I figured if I were to tune it properly, I'd not only get a better signal, but my SWR would be lower and it'd be better for the radio. So I gotta fake the radio with the tuner. And see, if you look on Grid Tracker, Washington popped up, Texas, Tennessee, Pennsylvania, Montana, Maine, Georgia, Florida, California, Alberta. Then sometimes this happens where, like, Chile here popped up, but it doesn't show anything here. That sometimes does happen. Even though, yeah, it's not, I don't know what town they're in, but it looks like a lot of just US stations. So we got a station here. It says CQDX W5XO. So the DX, what DX stands for, is outside of the United States. Sometimes it can get confusing because everyone knows the DX station. But if they're not too familiar with the call sign, and let's say it doesn't say USA on it, it just has that, it can sometimes get confusing. But yeah, they're trying to contact outside of the United States right now. I'm kind of noticing that a lot of it's just in the US. I'm going to switch over to 30 meters. Where's my button? There we go. All right, 30 meters. Let's see what happens on this band. And usually it takes about 2 cycles for this to go before you get a proper update. The other cool part about Grid Tracker, so it does store the contacts that you've contacted or the areas you've contacted. So all these yellow squares you see here are stations that I've contacted. Same thing over here. And then some stations do pop up in a different color. There's another Colorado station on here right now. KF0 IPD. All right. So this Saturday, the local radio club group that I'm a member of is holding a POTA event. For those of you that don't know, Parks on the Air is what it is what POTA stands for. There is a video of me working some POTA on the video channels. I encourage you to go check it out. POTA is actually an interesting thing. It's a way for amateur operators to get out and explore and enjoy the outdoors and share the world of radio with people walking by. It's very unique. The other night, I was trying to operate a POTA station or activate a POTA station at Rocky Flats here in Colorado. It was just east of, no, it was west of Denver. And it just got too dark and I didn't have the programming right, which I need to go through on the laptop and set it up. But I did have a gentleman come up and ask because he thought I was a storm chaser since there was a storm moving in. I'm like, no, I'm just out there activating the park. And I explained to him it's like standing on a mountain for what I was doing. But yeah, it's very unique, you know. Depending on the time of the day, you go out and get eaten alive by mosquitoes. Other times it's warm and hot. Other times it is just nice and cool and perfect and like Cherry Creek State Park or Chatfield, you know, you find a nice spot, you set up, and you get to watch the boats go across the water and um, make waves for everybody on the shore. So I'm still seeing a lot of U.S. stations. So kind of the goal tonight is to be more trying to contact more of the unique stations outside of the United States. Let's see here. See some activity. I feel like 20 meters, 30, not 20, 30 meters is going to pop here soon. Yeah, let's go back over to 20 meters. Go away. I still need to fix that. I've been dealing with that for months. 20 meters. Hitting. All right, we are back on 20 meters. What 20 meters is normally where I hang out. And the reason being is because during the daytime, the solar weather from the sun does not play nice with radio signals and causes some issues. So 20 meters is kind of where I tend to hang out because that's where I seem to get the best luck. And actually, do I have... Yeah, the bands are just decent right now, so yeah, we're good there. And if we take a look at the map, this is where everybody's talking right now. I have not seen a signal yet go long path. Let's contact Sicily, see if we can contact them. So there's our signal right now. Pushing 100 watts, 1.2 on the SWR, so we're good. ALC's great. We went that direction. Survey says nope. So we let it go one more time. But yeah, there's that red line again. And that station is 5,000 miles away. So how I'm making these contacts this far out is it's bouncing off the ionosphere and coming back down. Signal's going up, hits the ionosphere, comes back down. And that station's going to be a no-go. Something tells me another station contacted them. Another Australian station came up. Spain came up. Canada, Alaska. So, I realize I say so too much. One of the things that we can do, if we wanted to, let's say, send the signal out and just let stations come back to us. So up here is called the waterfall. And as the signals are coming in, they're on a certain frequency, and this is split up the frequency. Where you see the red colors and the yellow colors, those are the signals. Red is going to be stronger. This blue scatter right here, there's signals in it, but it could also be interference. I think I would rather almost flip back to 15 meters. It's kind of what I'm feeling. We're at the peak. Let me try this for a little bit. I'm going to click right in here. Yeah, let's go here. And then I'm going to set it to my RX and TX. Ooh, there's a Japan station. 7K1. Going to erase that. I'm going to hold TX. Okay, those are the same. Call first. So I'm going to hold the transmit. And so TX stands for transmission. And then the call is, or the call first is whatever station comes back to me is what my radio is going to contact first. And I see there's a station in here. I'm going to look at the frequency that they're on. I'm going to look at my frequency. It tells me how close I am, and I'm pretty close to them. I may not want to transmit that close to them because I don't want to distort their signal from their contacts. So we can either go pick a little higher or pick a little lower, depending on your preference. Pick a nice quiet spot, right about in there. Hit erase. And now I'm going to let this cycle, this bar down here, this green bar, I'm going to let this cycle for like 2 or 3 cycles. And what I'm looking for is if a station transmits in that area. So that way I'm not stepping on them. All right, I feel pretty confident. So we're going to go down here, select this, enable TX. Now the radio is sending out a signal saying CQ, KD0, CGF, DM79. This is telling all the other stations, hey, I'm here in Colorado. Can anybody hear me? Or I'm just sending out a giant wave of my hand saying, hi, and seeing who's going to wave back. Okay, so now I've sent out 3 CQs. And I have not got a contact back. So I'm just going to halt the radio and just wait to see if anybody appears. Sometimes I'll get a station back, sometimes I won't. It depends on how everybody's set up. The reason why I halt the radio and allow it to do this is so I can see if like we're out of sync or if my timing is off compared to theirs. It could be a number of things. So wait for this to get to 13, then I'll hit enable. All right, so the radio is in standby. Okay, radio just sent out a signal. After this, if I don't get it back, I'm going to try to contact New Zealand. got a station back. EA1FK, EA1FK, Spain, 4,717 miles. Good contact. I've also noticed, depending on the time of day, it's easier to contact the west side of the United States or the west side of the world, or sometimes it could be easier to contact the other side of the world. Now, if we look in here, I see there's another station that gave me a minus 15. So what I'm waiting for is I'm waiting for that EA1FK station to send me an RR73s or 73s back just to confirm on their end before I decide, hey, I'm going to contact this other station. And they did. So I'm going to contact this station. And if we look at the short paths, so the program still thinks we're contacting the first station, but we're contacting this other station. So there's the first one. There's the other station. Sent a minus 15, received a minus 13. The other thing that happens with this program sometimes is these will get stuck, and you have to manually go down here and click. I give it one more go. I don't get anything back, so I did it again. So we're going to move it to RR73s. Oh, that was 14. So now it's going to say RR73s. They also replied as 73s. So perfect. Means they confirm the contact. So now if we refresh, it's updated in our log. And that station Sardina. I probably said that wrong. They were 5,553 miles from us, from me. That's awesome. Good contact. All right, those stations have been logged. So now I'm going to erase this. I'm going to look up here and see how our bands are doing. Looks like 40's come down a little bit. 20's still rocking it, which is great. I see a France station. I do want to see if I can try to contact them. Nope, does not look like I'm going to get them on this go around. VK2LAW. That's VK4SHG. All right, France came back up. Looks like I'm dropping there. Okay. So as it's transmitting, I'm also looking at my radio as well. It's transmitting to see if there's any fluctuation in my antenna or my wattage or my ACL. Weirdly enough, this has happened to me a couple times. At about 5 o'clock in the afternoon, the wind will pick up and my antenna will sit there and sway back and forth, and I'll sit there and watch my power meter go up and down with my ALC. And ALC stands for automatic level control. And it just sit there and do that. And once it starts doing that, I have to turn the radio off. 'Cause it's like trying to work my magic around it. It's just, I don't want to fight it consistently. So I just turn the radio off for a little bit until the winds died down and go again. So we just contacted France at a distance of 4,875 miles. Ooh, looks like we're having a little issues. Give it one more go. Okay. So now what I'll do is I'm going to halt the radio. So I'm going to stop transmitting because I have a funny feeling he was transmitting at the same time and my radio just didn't receive it. Okay. So now I key it back up. Yeah, doesn't look like this one's going to be a good contact. I have a funny suspicion it's just because of the time of day they're at. Okay. Go ahead and halt contact again. Actually, no, let's go ahead and enable that. We're going to switch that over to our R73s. The radio's like, no, I got to do this one more time. Like, okay, that's fine. So now I'm going to say it got stuck. I wonder if they're going to say it got stuck too. We're going to find out. Flip it over to RR73s. Yep, I got an RR73 back. 73. That's what happens. The radio got stuck. So contact was actually a good contact. So now let me refresh. So we got France. I don't speak French, but this in my mind reads Phoenix. That's cool. Luxembourg. Odd. There's another France station there. That's cool. Oh, looks like 30's picking up. We started a new page on the paper logbook, which is cool. Look at that. 420 contacts. It's not 4:20 in the morning, though. Let's go check out 30 meters. Let's go see what's going on there since it picked up a little bit. Okay. 10. Erase that. All right, so we're going to tune up the radio. Make sure everything's within good condition. It is. So I see there's Alaska on here. Well, we've seen Alaska a few times so far, and that's a pretty rare contact. I've already had a couple Alaska stations on my list, but you know, overall, I do like that state. Yeah, I've never been up there, but everything I've seen out of that state, it's a really good state. Okay, we're pushing 100 watts at a 1-to-1. Awesome. And this one's going to require that pen. Come on, Alaska. Nope, another station beat me to it. W6T DTJ. There's a little speck of a red dot right there coming down the waterfall. It's like, no, you don't see me. I am not here. I'm just a little red dot. So even though they said 73s, I'm going to wait because that will happen. What happened is the station, the Alaska station, got two contacts into their list like we did when we were transmitting the CQ signal. So he recognized that and contacted me back. He also noticed I was waiting. It's like, oh, cool, another station. Add to the log. Awesome. Just got an Alaska station, and we have another station out there. KF0 IPD. Oh, Colorado station. Wow. Okay, I gotta wait until I see 70. Oh, he already said 73, so we're gonna go ahead and contact this station here in our home state. I'm gonna refresh my log for the Alaska station. Ooh, and I got a confirmation out of France too. See, now this is what's interesting. So the Alaska station that came up on Grid Tracker showed up as Alaska, but on the logbook, it shows up as Washington. It's not actually Washington. And it looks like KF0 IPD contacted another station, WG6TJ. Okay, so they were trying to contact the Alaska station. Let's see here. 7.16 on frequency, 14. No, not 14. 10.136. Mode FT-8. Power 100 watts. Time is going to be 0634 Zulu. AL2I. Minus 12 plus 2. So the Colorado station did come back to me. Zero 0634. Now, in my paper logbook, even though the internet logbook classifies he's in Washington, I'm also going to put both in my book. So WA/AK, I believe. Is it AK? I think it's AK. And that was on 30 meters. RR-73s. So here's what happened with him is if he sends RR-73s back, I'm going to have to reply back with another 73s. And he did this because he was trying to get the programming to actually log. Sometimes it likes to glitch out. And lo and behold, that Denver station is 4 miles from me. That's going to be the closest contact ever on FT-8. That's awesome. 7.16. 0, no, that's 10. 36. He just sent me 73s again. All right. Go ahead and reply. 73s. Enable TX. So the reason why this does happen too, he's 4 miles from me. And in reality, my signal should be going straight over him. Like him receiving this is uncommon. So I sent him 273s. Should be good right there. If he sends something back, I'll be surprised, and we'll just let it go. 06 35. I do like that call sign though. It's I get a nice little chuckle out of that. I like that. And yeah, my signal is very strong. He's operating, by the looks of it, a little bit of lower power. If he's operating a kind of like a Yagi directional antenna, I could be coming into the back of his beam, which could cause that +6. Oddly enough, I sent him a receiver port of +30. So it's very, 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 very strong signal. Please do not send me another 73s. Nope, we're good. Okay, cool beans. Nope, that was the other station. That's another station. Okay. I seriously think I need to go to bed. So he sent me another 73s. I don't understand why his radio is doing that. It does happen. So let's see here. It keeps sending me a 73s. Let's see if we can fix this. So I'm right now I'm recontacting him just so to get his programming situated so it just goes. So this way he can, if he's having trouble logging it or accidentally erase the data, he can come back and go, oh, okay, we're gonna go do this and then this and then this, and it goes through the process to help try to fix it. Sometimes it works, sometimes it don't. Now if we notice the signals just stop. So maybe we're good. What other stations do we got? Oh, it looks like 20 meters just came up pretty good. So I'll probably switch back over to 20. So let's go ahead and erase that. Switch over to 20 meters. As I get tangled up in cords. Let's go ahead and refresh that. He confirmed it. Cool. So yeah, I think that's what it was. Is he might have accidentally erased it and just needed the signal report, which is it happens. And again, this Saturday, look at the calendar. Yep. Or after midnight, it's Tuesday. Oh, yeah. It feels like it should be Wednesday already. Let's see here. But yeah, this Saturday, I'm going to be meeting up with. I think I'm going to be meeting up with the DRC group. We're going to meet up at Bar Lake to do the POTA activation as a club. This will be my first actual club event. And I don't know how it's going to go. I know it's going to be fun and great, but I'm hoping I can do a little bit of recording. I may not be able to. I should be able to take some pictures though, at least. I'm going to take my setup, my POTA set up with me and get set up with those guys. August 25th for those of you that are local here. The radio club is going to be holding a ham fest at the Adams County Fairgrounds. I plan to have a table set up, and I got a bunch of radio equipment I'm going to sell, and try not to buy more radio equipment. Oh, that is so hard to do. You know, you're only there for like a couple hours one day. It's like it starts at like 8, 9 o'clock in the morning, goes to like 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and um, there's so much stuff at these events to look at. It's so hard not to walk out of there without anything. It's almost like going to a fur convention, you know. Like you go to a fur convention, you go to the dealer's den, you better have $1 in your pocket because you're gonna buy something. Usually it's a sticker. You wind up with a sticker somehow. At least I do. I don't know about everybody else, but yeah, when I go to dealer's den, I somehow wind up with a sticker. England just came up on a DX, so we're gonna contact England. Sending the signal to England. Hey, we're throwing this at you. Do you see us? Did you catch it? Come on, England. It does not look like it. Let it key down. We're just going to halt it. Nope. England didn't get it. We threw it towards them. It fell short and fell in the Atlantic Ocean. Try to contact those fish down below, you know. And sometimes, yeah, I'll just let it sit here and run for a couple minutes before I do anything with it. Oh, got more Spain. Sure. Try to contact this station. We are trying to contact Brazil. Now, if you want a challenge, big challenge on this map, try to contact a station in this area down here. That's a difficult station or a difficult area. Oh, they came back. Cool. Yes. It came back and I forgot to frickin' do this. I don't know what happened there. Some brain fart. We get ready to shut down the equipment here in about 7 minutes. Got a minus 15 on a receive of 24. Not bad. Do, do. That is not a blue thing. That's a blue thing. Amazon 14. 074. 800. Time is 0652. Y2ZZ minus 24 minus 15. 52. Preserve. And that station is 5,752 miles. Good contact. So my furthest contact doing this operation was Indonesia at a distance of 9,392 miles. Because I'm going to go ahead and get ready to shut down. I'm just going to let the map run for a minute because I got to update. I got to sync my logbooks. And for this process, I can't show. Okay. Input. Four new confirmations. Wow, this is a good day. So we had a total of 423 contacts made since I've ever started radio, with 303 contacts confirmed. Yeah, woohoo, 303, right? Um, 37 different countries. So we actually picked up a new country tonight. That's awesome. For the rewards, we were able to confirm World Continents Award. So we made a contact on every continent, which is awesome. Let's see, we're still a ways out from mastering Europe. How about Asia? Yeah, it's even further. Africa. Definitely far. North America. I'm not surprised that we're still that far out on that one. South America, I think, is a little better. Nope. And Oceania. Oceania hasn't been too bad. And I'm going to go check ESQL. Or not ESQL. EQSL. Check my inbox. Entire inbox. Okay. And now let's go over to the rewards section. Japan. Yeah, we did pick up a new one for Japan. JR3UIC. 0954 hours. Zero 0954. This says duplicate entry. Update my awards page. Yeah, that one seems to be kind of stuck. So yeah, I'm missing a couple of Japan still for this one. Still makes no sense, but it's the way their reward system works. It's the Asia one, Australia. Did I read the WAS for this one? No, because this one's weird. Close out of that. Open up that. Select that. Station. Still missing that. Looks like there is a POTUS station working. A couple of them actually, but I haven't seen any of them pop up. No, let's. No, I said I was going to shut down, but I'm really curious to know. Switch over. Because man, if I get a couple, if I can get like at least one or two POTUS stations, this would be awesome. Because let's see here. Yeah, it would just be awesome if I could just add to my numbers. So if there is a POTUS station over here in the POTA column, this will actually light up. I don't even know if I even see them in there. DS4 and EA3. I don't even see the POTA stations lighting up. JF1. All right. Well, that's where I'm going to stop the stream for the night. Thank you all that have tuned in. Thank you all for watching. If you like what you see, please hit that like button and subscribe. And check out the bell icon. And like I say, I should be bringing you guys more content, especially this Saturday, and when I activate the POTA station with the local radio group. New list showed up. I'm going to try to get some sleep. You all have a good night. Thanks again for hanging out.